Charlie is the first guy I've kissed on TV.
Oh.
Is Charlie a good kisser?
Oh God.
Not real.
I think for real.
Not real. I think so.
Probably real.
I think I've seen her on Tanglin.
I haven't seen her around in a while, but I think I recall seeing her on Tanglin.
Grade 3, I saw her in a Tamil channel.
She has her own business in eco straws.
Probably a filial daughter.
My impression of her relationship with her family is that they're really, really close and tight and that they spend a lot of valuable time together.
She was really bonded with her family, and karaoke is like a family event, so it was nice.
Alright guys, so what are your impressions of our guest today?
I've never worked with her before. From what I see, right, I feel like she can be quite a candid person.
The last time I talked to her was 4 years ago. I remember her being very smart, very intelligent.
My impression of her is she dates my very good friend on screen.
He got tell you if she's a good kisser or not.
He says better than his wife. On the show.
On the show.
When he's in character. So right now we're gonna find out whether our perceptions are real or not. So it's been a while since Eswari has last appeared on our screens and she's been busy studying. So welcome back.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
Yes.
Is Charlie a good kisser?
Oh God. Okay lah, not bad lah.
Really? How many times do you guys have to do it?
We are like one take artists lah, so it was like just one take lah.
Hey, you said one take was enough. You kiss it like one take is enough.
Actually, to be honest, Charlie is the first guy I've kissed on TV.
Oh,
Used to it, I guess. I know,
so sorry.
right?
I'm so sorry.
I felt sorry for myself too.
What exactly were you studying all these years?
These years.
I mean,
She I was away for 5 years. It's just been a year. I was actually doing my Master's of Degree in Mass Communications. So I took a year break from the media scene. I need to break from the routine, I guess. You know, I was involved in Tanglin for about 3.5 years. You know, you keep doing the same thing again and again. It becomes very mundane.
Eswari's crossover role in Tanglin is the sole reason for her flourishing showbiz career. Is this real or not?
If I say yes, right, probably Vasantham won't call me back anymore. No, it's part of the reason, you know, I shouldn't forget where I came from. You know, Vasantham molded me into an actress and host, so of course, credits to them. But I think Tanglin gave me more exposure, not just to the Indians, but to the Malay community and Chinese community. So not the sole reason, but part of the reason.
Eswari's public image has been heavily shaped by her interactions with her family. Is this real or not?
That is real. Yeah, because I'm very close to my family. Like, my family is everything to me. Well, you ask me a little bit more about my family, I probably will break down. I'm a very sentimental person, but yeah, they're my foundation to everything that I do, you know. I actually like to show off my family a bit, because, you know, it's my family, my pride and joy. So I do that a lot on Instagram especially.
Yeah.
Those times, you know, when I'm really down, my family's always been there for me, lifting me up, saying things like, no, you are capable of so many more things. So yeah, don't cry.
I'm not crying.
Do you find it quite hard to juggle between work and family?
Actually, I think being in the media scene, that's the setback because, you know, you have late night filmings. There are times where you can't really spend time with the family, you miss family functions. But I think I've come to a point where I've decided to put my family first. Like, I want to spend as much time with my family as possible. Both my parents are diabetic. But of course, my parents are very independent people, you know. They take care of themselves, they go for their regular checkups at polyclinics. We don't really have to worry about taking care of themselves. And not only that, I think there are also a lot of benefits that's available for them. Like, they are part of the Merdeka generations. And my father was saying that he has Medisave top-up till the year 2023.
So from what I understand, right, this top-up to your Medisave is about $200, and it's crazy because it allows you to cover for like chronic disease management, it can pay for your premiums for your insurance, and it can even cover certain hospitalization and surgery fees. It's pretty crazy.
My father is very happy that he actually got this $100 top-up. So he uses that to, you know, gain access to pools at Active SG. So yeah, they have a lot of subsidies since they are part of the Merdeka generation.
Nice.
In my father's Merdeka generation, he's worked hard for this nation,
He's laid
okay?
the foundations of this land. I'll demand the same rights when I'm older, when I'm in my 60s.
And then they'll ask you what have you achieved
I'm
over
like,
this
The
day.
social media generation.
The social media generation.
Yeah.
I'm a strawberry, better take care of my pruny butt. Yeah. You know, the government's rolling out this about 30 clinics island-wide by 2030. So a lot more accessible healthcare for all of us.
Yeah, basically, in the near future, most of the HDB blocks will have a CHAS clinic nearby, like at most 10 minutes away by public transport, not Grab. Public transport.
Serious? So you can just walk there. I mean, assuming you can walk lah.
Public transport lah, Elliot.
Okay.
Mentioning about that, there was this recent incident my mom was telling us about. She wasn't feeling well. She went to a private clinic. At the counter, she didn't provide her pass card. So when the bill came, it was about $60. And then the reception lady asked her, do you have like a Merdeka card or something? And then she provided the card. And then I think she got nearly about $20 off the bill. So she only paid about $40.
Nice.
So I think that's nice, you know, at least. $20 is big
Think
amount.
about it, it's 5 chicken rice, you know.
Yeah.
I always like the fact that the government prioritizes healthcare as one of the big
Yes.
button issues
Wait,
all the
so
time.
do you guys get your trust card?
Are we supposed to get our...
We're supposed to apply.
Let me show you
Supposed to apply.
my trust card.
Yeah, I get the orange one too. I have the orange one too.
Orange is for what? You're very sick, is it? Then like amber.
I think that's yours lah, bro.
Mine is red.
Yours is like blinking red, okay?
So this is for everyone.
You need to apply for it. My mom made me apply. It's depending on your income group lah.
Orange means you're very rich.
No lah, this is not the richest.
Which is the gold platinum card lah, obviously.
Not to you anymore.
Or black card.
If I'm not wrong, right, you can use the Merdeka card for Charles Dental Clinics, and then you can claim up to like $260. Yeah, and then for
That's
tooth
quite a lot.
extraction, $70 only.
Okay, these are all like one-time procedures and stuff, right? I was wondering about healthcare in terms of like long-term
Long-term.
problems.
Yeah.
Recently, right, I had the opportunity to be part of this campaign where I visited a community hospital. It was the Bright Vision Hospital. So it's basically a hospital that provides palliative care. To be very honest, I always had this perception that, you know, palliative care, community hospitals are very dark, very gloomy.
Yeah.
Patients are always just, you know, bedridden, they're just on their bed. But when I went there, my whole perception actually completely changed because it was very different. It was bright. You know, you see, I don't want to say patients, but you see the uncles and aunties, you know, are getting involved in activities. You know,
Clubbing, they got a...
No, they had
EDM.
I'm not sure about clubbing though. There was like mahjong sessions, you know, art and craft
join
sessions.
these guys.
So there was the uncles and aunties were basically teaching me how to play mahjong. So I thought that was very interesting. And then they had like a park. It was very beautiful to look at, and I thought that was very thoughtful and beautiful.
So in the future, right, aside from hospitals and hospices, there will also be other available options for seniors who want to do nursing at home.
Yeah, that's crazy because especially for people like me who might die alone.
This is very dark.
Yeah. I might live old at an old age. I heard there's going to be increased support for the seniors who try to live by themselves with these pilot assisted living schemes. You know, I'm really glad that our polyclinics are so effective and accessible. Last year, I actually had a near-death scare from this thing called dengue fever. My area has been a red zone for about 6 months already.
And it finally got to you.
It finally got to me, and I thought I had to be rushed to the hospital, but nowadays I could actually do the entire procedure of like getting my platelet checked and getting the necessary kind of treatment all straight at the polyclinic, which was very near my place actually.
Talking about polyclinics, right? When probably years back they didn't have this online appointment system,
Yes,
but now you
yes.
actually can book your appointment online, so it also saves time. So it's not like a long day thing.
Yeah. They even made it easier to pay for your bills, so you can actually just scan a QR code, then go home and pay online.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
very, very accessible.
That's so different from the last time I went to polyclinic.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you have to spend a whole day there, right?
Yeah, the last time I went to
Remember?
polyclinic was like at least maybe like 8 years ago. But now it's vastly different.
Yeah, vastly different.
So now it's like very easy to do health screenings, right? And health screenings are so important.
Yeah.
And then the Merdeka generation, right, they're eligible for $2 health screenings under the Screen for Life program. It's like Daiso but better.
Eswari has set her sights on becoming the ultimate eco-entrepreneur. So let's hear, what kind of business are you into right now?
Okay, right now we have a startup called House of Green. The two of us who are running it, it's me and Shirley. She also acted in Tanglin with me. So we decided to start up on this new venture where we provide eco-friendly alternatives to plastics. So what we are providing right now is we are providing grass straws instead of plastic straws. We have started to distribute those straws to the restaurants in Singapore now. I think the only challenge that we're facing right now is that even though Singapore is moving towards the zero waste society, price is always a concern for many restaurants, for many F&B outlets. But the thing is, we're not trying to sell our product, we're trying to sell the cost behind it. You know, it's for the next generation, you know, you don't want our kids to be eating plastics. So yeah, make sure you all get our grass straws.
Then you all should provide like an alternative to plastic surgery.
Grass surgery.
Eco-friendly. So we've come to the end of today's show, but before we go, we want to know, what are your plans for the future?
For the future, I'm the kind of person where I live for the moment. Whatever it is, I just want to enjoy the moment that I have now. Whatever I do, give my 100% into it and just spend more time with my loved ones, my family. Just live life. Yeah.
The most philosophical answers we received
I know,
on
right? I
this
think
show.
it's the age, you know. Turning 30 is taking a toll on me.
21. Just
Yeah.
I always say I'm 21.
Do people believe?
No, but you know,
Real or not?
real or not.
I think Le look 21.
I look 21, yes. Yeah.
9 years ago. So now that we are done with our conversation with Eswari, does your perception, your impression of her change?
She's still the sweetest thing I've always come to know. Even more so, I think I've been inspired by her eco-friendly approach to this life.
I feel very envious of her relationship between her and her family. Like, I hope to be as close as well.
Maybe we should just start a family together, like all three of us.
Yeah. Actually, she looks like the single mom.
She looks like the single mom. Then we look like the kids.
Yeah, we are.
It's like, hey mom, don't worry, we take care of you in your old age, okay? Now we've got the trust card.
We've come to the end of today's episode of
Real or Not.
See you guys next time.
Bye!
They were like, help me send my regards to your wife. I said, then me. Wife or girlfriend will be a lot more appreciated. It's like, oh, what you did for me, yeah. Then they will paiseh. They will also do good for you.
Oh.
When I'm very shack, I snore. No, then you slap him, eh?
No, I didn't sleep outside.
No wonder still single.